Hey everyone, Mids here. Just want to say a very quick thank you for your donations and all the support that you've shown this week for the channel's charity week, where we're looking to raise as much money as we can for Macmillan Cancer Support. I've got no doubt it's a huge thanks from my family and from Rob, who I've talked about in the previous episodes. It's that final push now, last few days before this comes to an end. So Saturday night basically will be the final the final kind of point of closure for it. So if you can spare anything, just a couple of pounds for a cup of coffee, then please follow the links that are listed on the pinned comment and in the video description, straight up to the GoFundMe page. It doesn't come anywhere near me. It goes all straight into the charity via the GoFundMe system. So anything in top of that then that I can raise in terms of money from memberships and channel views and everything like that, everything this week is going to Macmillan Cancer Support. So one final push, guys, just to get us over that hill. Thank you ever so much for everything and your engagement this week. It's been brilliant. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you all soon. Welcome back to Middle Farm at Oakbridge on Farming Simulator 25. So, basically carry on from the last episode. I swear rain is a lot louder than it should be. I mean, this is hail in it, and is that why it's louder? Yeah, it is. Because it's bouncing all over the place. Yeah, back-to-back episodes, so just picking up exactly where we essentially left off from. We're going to do this contract on this field, so let's open this up and see what we get for the steering assist. This is one of my favourite items in game. I think it's class. I really do. I think it's really, really good. Because it's pretty cheap. Overall, it's about 36 grand. Sometimes, if you're lucky enough, oops, knocked it offline then. If you're lucky enough, you'll pick it up in the sale. I'm a bit worried that this is going to be a bit too loud. I don't know what's louder. Difficult. Yeah, it's a really, really good bit of kit. Really, really good bit of kit. So there we are. So right, flying through this now, so up to 6%. Oh, so you're looking. What we're going to be at about 8 to 10%. By the end of each row, which is good. So next line there. Now we're back down, and away we go. No idea what episode we're on now, because I'm sort of batch recording these for Let's Play Week and Charity Week. I'm gonna guess 6. I think this might be episode 6, maybe 7. I'm thinking 6. For those of you that have been on to the Just Giving page and donated, thank you so much. For anyone who has been giving the videos likes, comments, shares, anything to help support what I'm trying to do for Macmillan Cancer Support, I'm so grateful. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I've been overwhelmed by people's generosity and willingness to try and support and help out, so thank you. If we can sort of do a big push now this week, and that's the whole idea behind the episodes, multiple episodes this week, of trying to just generate as much revenue as we can, which all then in turn goes into the pockets of Macmillan Cancer Support. So thank you ever so much. Last episode, very much all filler, no thriller. Sometimes it just goes like that. Oh, I've taken that corner a bit too terribly with the 12-meter thing on the back here. Yeah, for me it just goes like that, and like I said in that episode, I could have skipped loads of that and not included any of it, but I'm hoping that sometimes there are people out there that appreciate being able to watch someone do those sort of the more mundane things. And I know it doesn't make for great episodes, I get that, but the idea is, like when I first started doing all this, is I wanted to try and help people like me who play the game and pick it up and just go, I don't really know what I'm doing here. you know, because there are some incredible content creators, and I love them, and there's no criticism of them at all, and I genuinely mean that when I say this. But, you know, people like, you know, Mr. CDP, like Scroff, like Daggerwin, like Farmer Cup, not so much, because he does so much of his stuff is about tutorials. But they, you know, they've been playing this game for 10 years. You know, they've been playing like FS15, probably earlier, some of them. You know, some of them, I think maybe Scroff started in either 17 or 19. You know, they've got years and years and years on me. I started playing this in 22 when that came out, and, you know, just played it casually, never really sort of got into it. And it's only this year where I've gone, right, I'm going to really sort of start playing this with the idea of becoming a content creator. So yeah, I still like to play the, you know, I'm still learning a lot of it, believe it or not, even with the amount of game time I've put into FS22. I'm still learning. I'm definitely still learning how to play this game, and, you know, find my way through. And I hope that comes across then for people like me, who, when they pick up this game, and, you know, if they get it on a sale, or if they get it as part of their their monthly downloads, or whatever it might be, and they stumble across these sort of videos, that there's something in these videos for them, not just the experienced people who like watching Farming Simulator games, if that makes sense. I'm hoping I achieve a little bit of everything. Right, come on then, let's get this done. So 51%. I'm surprised actually that it's taken. It feels like we should be a lot more. This is unbelievable, this weather. Go away. Makes it quite difficult to pick a camera angle, doesn't it? Because that's such heavy hail. It's kind of blinding us. I don't think those percentages are accurate when you're doing contracts, because they seem to like skyrocket when you get over 80% compared to the rate that they go up before that. I don't know, maybe that's just me being weird, but it's just kind of how it feels. It probably would have been beneficial to have done 2 headlands, really. But there we are. I'm sure we're just about mopping all this up now. So, plan for today again, March 1st, so not much we can do, as we talked about in the last episode, because the grass I'm going to leave until April, so I'm going to take a bit of a risk on it. We fed the young cows, we bought some grass from the Buy Anything silo. I know, not realistic, but it's no different, just imagining that we've gone hold of the shop, bought 1 grass bale, and fed them that. So there really isn't that much of a difference. It's just got to apply your mind in that way, I guess. Excuse me. Everyone else is looking pretty good up there, animals wise. You know, nothing else to really worry about. Chickens have got just about enough grain, because they're not really eating much of it. These guys still got plenty of TMR to last them through March, and we're not putting the cows up just yet. We might put them out March 2nd, maybe. I mean, normally I think cows will generally go out in around about April time. And what do they say, when spring has sprung? I think that's generally what happens, certainly in the UK at least, because our weather, I mean, you know, our weather system is bonkers, because you can get snow in the middle of May. Honestly, it's not maybe the middle of May, but certainly end of April, and yet you can also have record-breaking heat waves in April. It's yeah, the UK weather system's a little bit wacky at times. So we're still going to have one weird line but there to track back up, and then we can probably start the headland, I'm guessing. I want to get on that line. Although that doesn't look right, does it? So we're already on the headland. Alright. Oh, we'll just roll with it. Let's go with the headland. We can't use this for anything on our fields, because so I ploughed those fields in this year's basically growth hasn't got any weeds coming through. So it is just a case of getting on with it. And we'll return this and claim whatever we can back from our contract. Be it starting to struggle a little bit on the hills with it. It's right on the limit, the this bit of machinery for us. I think we had about 10 horsepower to spare, didn't we? So we're always going to struggle when it starts going uphill and things like that. It was always going to have a hard time. Gonna have to live with the fact that we're actually technically not gonna do the whole field. Weird little mechanic for contracts that it, you know, once you've hit that sort of 95%, and I guess it's because it's trying to alleviate the need of doing every single square inch, because if you said you had to do the whole field, but I don't know, it feels like it does leave big chunks to me. Maybe Giants could have gone slightly different way with it, you know, just maybe like a 1% or a 2% of the field. That might just give you those edges that you don't need to worry about. I don't know. Interested to see what people's thoughts are. Because, like, you know, there we are, contract's finished. So we've got all of this bottom row here to finish off and up to the corner there. But there we are. What can you do? Right. So if we come out of there, we shall return you. Thank you very much. And then we will go into our contracts and we can say, hi, Katie. We can collect you. Excellent. And there we are. So 6,300 in the bank now. Helps things along, doesn't it? Makes it a little bit healthier. Nice. And I don't think, you know, I don't think that's an unfair way of doing it. I know we had to lease the equipment and I said, oh, we'd only do contracts with our own equipment. But if you use the equipment that comes with the contract, you're paying, like, we would have only paid about 700, I think, for that. I wish all mods... I wonder if it doesn't class as rain and that's why the wipers don't work when it's hailing. I wonder. I was about to say, yeah, I wish all mods would... You have the windscreen wipers working on them, but I may be doing the mod a disservice. It may work in the rain, but just because it's hail, it doesn't... It's a different code. What was I saying then? I've got absolutely no idea what I was saying then. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, contracts, yeah, because it's not our equipment. And we've leased it. I do get it. It's not ours, and technically, by the wording, it's not what I said I would do. But I think because we're paying the top end, we paid like about 1,800 to lease that weeder then. So let's have a look here. We paid 1,836 for it, plus then potentially up to another £700 or £750 for per work hour of using it. So, you know, we've paid $2,500 for a $5,500 contract. I don't think that's particularly unfair. I think that's an okay way of doing it. So that when we were still using our own tractor and everything, you know, we're still putting the wear and tear on that, but sometimes we can get around not owning that equipment. And the best way of doing things like that would be if I was leasing, you know, if I leased the equipment from the shop, they don't care what I'm using it for, do they? So I could use it on my land, and then if there's a contract, I can go and basically do that contract, which covers the cost of the lease, if that makes sense. In a sort of weird sort of way. Right, there's very little else we can do. I mean, there's loads of contracts now for popping up. We got, let's have a look here. I mean, we could have just done another one there, couldn't we? We could have just kept doing contracts. I'm not sure that one was even there, was it? Yeah, we could have taken on both of those, actually thinking about it whilst we had it on lease, and done a whole load of stuff. It's stupid on my part, really. What's the difference between hoeing and weeding then? I don't actually know. Is weeding for mid weeds and then... Yeah, small weeds, hoeing is small. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I mean, that one there, 8,900 would have been a nice one to do. But anyway, live and learn. We are going to box on. We shall move into next month, I think. because there's not much else to do and I want to sort of get on with things and I want to get that grass done. We'll start bringing it back to 8 a.m.s. Right, whilst we sleep, I'm going to have a big glug of tea. That is a good brew, fair play. Good brew. I think it's my third cup of tea today. This was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, good few £100 there on various bits and bobs, but that's all fine. Weather's looking good, out of interest. Little bit of rain. April looks horrible, but the weather's warm enough, so girls, you know what time it is, don't you? It's time to get out. So let's grab the herdsman stick, attach to the front of here, and what we'll do is we'll leave some in there for realism, but the rest of you girls can come out here. So we will move this 14 of you, so I think we'll move 10 of you out of the barn. Come over here. I did make myself whole with the TMR that I'd left in there when I deleted it and redid it. Oops, no, don't do that. 10 of you into the husbandry, please. Lovely. Here we are. Don't you escape. You stay where you are. Need to open this door for a bit of realism. And then open this door for a bit of realism. Thanking you. Hop over there. And close our gate. Nice. I think I've done it just right so that they shouldn't get in the way of the gate. And they shouldn't go into the building. They should just edge there, maybe. Thereabouts. So I think we're okay. And then we should have you guys in here. Oh, we need to get the poo out of there, don't we? That's another job. It's another job. I might change this quad when we got a bit of money. I might change it for because I've got this quad in the roleplay series, so I'd like to. It's my kind of chance to try different things. I wouldn't mind trying the beast, but I've got a funny feeling. I'm sure Mr. CDP said you can't strap anything down on the front, which is bizarre. If that's the case, and I don't know about the back, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of testing on that one off camera and see what happens with that. Is this the one we've already got, or is that the other one? 4 tracks. Yeah, okay. Let's tuck you back in here, out the way. I haven't really got much use for this quad, but I think it's just quite a nice, it's just mainly for the time being, it's just for animals, and just a bit of fun, really. If we end up actually making some decent money, and I can do my little plan of putting some sheep into these fields, that's what I need to do off camera, isn't it? Is actually put the sheep barn in here and 2 separate sheep pens, maybe even 3, so you could have 25 animals, 25 animals, 25 animals, so you're going to have 75 sheep in this field visually then. That'd be cool. I don't know what the limit is on animal pastures though within the save game, so I have to keep a little eye on that. How you guys doing? Looking good? Yes, you are. Right, hop off there. So let's just check everyone, make sure we're all good. TMR, you need a new load of TMR, but we're close enough that that's probably okay to do, so we may as well get it done. We shall drop this off here. Grab the forks. Thanking you. It does annoy me that they dip into the ground. Come on, watch you come. Don't think. I know it's weird because it's got the... Yeah, it doesn't look right, does it? I don't like that. So we may end up having to, just because my OCD won't handle that very well. Come on, Fiat. Out you come. Let's have a look here. Let's start you up. Right, and then we will jump into the JCB. and grab our bales that we've already sort of started. That one as well, thank you very much. And we'll chuck these in there, see how we get on. So what's this? 3,600. Perfect. I think I'm just going to drop you in. In you go. You actually going in? Yeah, 3,600. Just remember that number. And let's have a look what we got for silage. 3,002. Perfect. I think to save messing around, I won't even bother opening the others. We'll just use these. Ah, oh, missed. Made you better than that, mate. Oh no, I caught up on now. I think I picked up the trailer then. Right, let's try again, shall we? In you go. That should have made a TMR mix, I'm hoping. Yep, beautiful. So if we spin this around, I was hoping. I was clearly used to the JCB multi-wheel steering there. Yeah, that didn't go well, did it? So tip side, let's go no, left, please, thank you. And we will give you... Well, let's think about this now, because you guys have got more of you out in the field. I'm just going to give you actually just a couple of thousand, so... I'll take it down to about 4, I think, there. And then we'll put the rest of it in with these guys in here. Oops, didn't open the gate. Would help. We definitely need to be tip side right now though, don't we? Where are we? Tip side right. We can just about squeeze through this. This was my only fear about this, putting all this here, but it does fit, so that's fine. Right, empty that into there. You guys can have the rest of this. Beautiful. That is like it was meant to be, isn't it? Like a glove. Oh, that isn't like a glove though, is it? Got to take a better angle out of there than that. Close. Jump over there, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the trigger? Close. Closing? Yeah. Right, let's chuck you back undercover over here. Yeah, I've already just overused to the JCB's really tight turning circle, clearly. And the Fiat isn't quite the same. It's like trying to turn the Titanic in comparison. Right, chuck that under there. Park the Fiat back over here. Where have I left the John Deere? Oh yes, ready to mow the lawn, isn't it? Right, so they're fine. They've all got food. Let's just double check this. These guys... Oh. Oh dear. We're going to have to buy some more grass for you, my friends. And then we will jump into a prom. Oh, also, now there may be comments on this. I'm filming this before I've seen a comment about it, but I guarantee someone will have clocked it. Probably, I'm going to just call you CD because I still C90. Well, anyway, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, dude. Or Bladette, I don't know. I realised what I'd done wrong with the whole milk thing. It doesn't generate an actual visual load of pallets. What it's doing is that's a milk point to come and collect it. When the cows are in here, there will be milk. There we are, see, so milk is 0. So I've cost myself a few 100 litres of milk by removing the cows without taking the milk out first. So then I'm assuming what you would do is you're going to bring a trailer in there, collect the milk with it, and you're all good. It's just a trigger point, basically. Right, let's just fill this up with grass, 3,000 litres. So these guys are going through their grass, aren't they, really? But I guess it's because they haven't got any meadow as well. I have to keep a little eye on this. But ideally, what we could probably do based on our current bale situation, we've obviously sold some of the silage bales just to help us kind of stay above water. But I think what we'll do now is, I think we can basically just we'll make a couple of grass bales, which will be about 18,000 litres. We use 3 of those grass bales to feed these guys. And then every other grass bale will just wrap for silage. So we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 hay bales over there. So that's plenty to get us through until, and we'll get another cut this year, easy. We may get 3, but we'll certainly get 2. Right. So everyone's all good. Everyone is happy. I'm not going to worry about any more contracts. We're just going to get on with it and get into a bit more of a sort of busier time of the year for us. And it's absolutely chucking it down. Oh, good time to test it very quickly. I am going to have to do a disjointed recording because I'm going to have to stop it in a minute just for my sense of when we get any difference to you guys. There we are. Wipers work. So if it's rain, they'll work, and hail, they won't, basically. So, fine. I stopped the engine a bit too early then, didn't I? I am going to have to stop my recording there. So when I come back in, because I'm going to come out of the game, it may no longer be raining. So just explaining that to you guys. Where's the John Deere? Let's have a little look at it. Whoops. Backwards through the fencing. Does that look better? Yeah, I think it does. Am I going crazy? Is there any difference? Is there any difference in that? I think there is. I think that's a bit thicker. Either way, we're going to cut this today. So happy days. Right. I'm going to go and sort my own personal life stuff out. I'll be back for you guys in a couple of nanoseconds. And just like that, back in. Maybe even seamless. Who knows? Right then. Still hammering it down in rain, which is good. So the save coming out of the game and coming back in hasn't affected that. Let's see. Now, I'm convinced that the last time I cut this grass, it was just, we were a bit all over the place with the lines. Now, see, I'm sure that must mean it wants me to go downhill. I mean, because it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure if there's something really wrong with the mowing and this guideline system at the moment. Because historically, I'm sure the blue lines indicated where the mower was going to be. The Scottish Sim guy on Discord mentioned something that he was having issues when he had exactly the same, an offset rear mower with a front mower, and like the way he explained it, it was like it wasn't registering it, and you could only sort of mow the one way. This seems to be exactly the same sort of thing. Like, it's not taking into account that the mower's offset. It's going as if the mower is on the front of the tractor. That's definitely not right, is it? Can we side up? So, yeah, but how do I know how far I need to offset it to the side? Because I'm not going crazy, am I? That is right. If I lower that down now, so I still need to offset that by another little bit. So is that a 2 metre offset? And again a bit more. Let's try 2.5. Something seriously wrong here, isn't it? What? Is that right? Now that looks right now. But now it's not cutting. I don't know what's going on. This doesn't make any sense. Any sense at all. Well, I'm gonna go with that because that's the closest I've got to it. But it's cutting outside of those blue lines for sure. What is going on with this? With this at the moment? That's so weird. Probably steal a couple of feet there, couldn't I? I mean, definitely leaving some grass there. And go round at the end. I'm just gonna have to like eyeball this. Yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this, because this is weird. And also this grass doesn't look like it's full. It looks really patchy to me, that texture. But maybe that's just me being me. Very strange. If, oh no. Come on. Let's get you lined up properly. What's going on here now? This is just all over the shop, isn't it? Talking to the Scottish guy, really top bloke. Good content creator as well. Well worth a visit and a subscribe. Top guy. Always willing to like share where he finds things from. A lot of content creators won't do that, or won't sort of give credit to anyone from their own, like from another channel. They'll make out that, you know, it was their thing, they found it, they figured out whatever. Not him. So yeah, if you don't know him already, or haven't followed him before, seen any of his stuff, go and check him out. Real good content creator, and some, you know, unique ideas as well. Really like his new farm that he's built again on Oakbridge, similar to ourselves, and again taking inspiration from Scroft. So well worth a little look. Right, let's get this mowed then. Something just doesn't feel quite right about this mower setup. I wonder if it's the mower, or if it's an issue with GPS, or something just isn't right. But hey ho, right, I'll get this done and I'll bring you back in a sec. There is something seriously wrong with the mowing at the moment. I don't know what is going on. I've tried to get this lined up and offset properly, but I can't get it to line up. It keeps leaving little gaps in the grass. yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is really weird. Has anyone else experienced this? Am I missing something? Am I doing something ridiculous when it comes to the setup of the mower? The only other thing I can think of doing really to negate it is just to go and get a change this side mower out and just have a front mower instead. So at least then it's basing itself off the centre of the tractor. It's just so weird, isn't it? I don't get it. It's bizarre. Yeah, the usual answers on a postcard, please, if you'd be so kind. Right, so anyway, the plan will be to finish this mowing off. We'll row this again and get it all baled. Got 3 bales then to the cows, to the young uns, down in that bottom field, in the southern field. And then the rest we shall wrap and use for silage, and that should do us then. That'll give us a little bit of silage to use for selling if we absolutely have to. We can then on the next cut basically get our hay from that, and that should then between the two of them see us through the winter months. If we get a third cut in, then that's just a Brucey bonus, and we can just do silage again off that as it's the most valuable to sell, and we can put that to good use. But what I may try and do is, instead of when it comes to the bale wrapping, as we're on the 1st of April now, so we've got all of April, basically the rest of today being, what is it now, 10:30 in the morning game time, and then we'll have April 2nd as well. I might lease a wrapper and then just go and do a massive contract for bale wrapping with our equipment, and that'll give us then a nice chunk of money in the bank to give us a bit of stability and give us some options as well. Then we can start looking at some additional equipment, or we could try and find other revenue streams. I'm definitely very keen to aim for sort of getting up to that sort of 80 grand mark that I set myself. For the sheep, I think they're an easy revenue, and not only that, but British Farm, cows, grassland, it's pretty obvious recipe really for us to go cows and sheep and focus on that. What we may need is another grass field though, so that would almost be worth kind of buying that field, and then before we put the sheep in it, taking a cut off it. Yeah, we could do that. That's a bit bouncy, wasn't it? But yeah, so plenty of options, plenty of food for thought. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to keep you guys with me for the remainder of this. Now you've seen, you all know what tedding, mowing and everything looks like. But when it comes to doing the bale, I think that's what we'll start the next episode with. And then we can have a bit of a conversation around what contracts are available for us to consider, and then maybe do a gigantic sort of cinematic like I like to do for the bale wrapping, because yeah, it's going to take a long time. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. As I've mentioned before, if you can spare anything at all, please, for Macmillan cancer support, please follow the Just Giving link within the pinned comment or within the video description. Head over there and donate whatever you possibly can. If not, you can easily support the charity. Oh, look at that big old chunk I need to go mow. You can easily support the charity with likes, comments, shares of this video. The more people who watch it, the longer they watch it for, the more revenue is generated. The more revenue then gets to go direct back to Macmillan Cancer Support. If you want to sign up for a membership, head over to either do it through YouTube on the join button, or head over to Ko-fi and you can sign up for a membership there. Your this week only, your membership money will be going straight to the charity rather than to myself. Up to you then if you want to subscribe after that, after your first month, but you'll have a month within the members only version of Discord. But otherwise, if you are still here, as always, I'll ask that you please consider giving the video a like and a subscribe. It's the easiest way to help the channel out and help me out, so I'd be very grateful. But otherwise, as always, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.